fix your confidence issues with women, and how to fix your confidence issues in general. I did a poll on my YouTube channel and I asked people, what video topic would they like me to talk about, and this is the one that most of you voted for. So let's get into it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and let me share my life experience with you on this. I'm not going to give you tips and all that stuff. There's so many people on YouTube that do it like that and it just gets boring, everyone saying and doing the same thing. I'm just going to have a nice conversation with you. I'm going to show you my life experience, and it's up to you to take the bits that you want to take and go and apply them in your life so you can gain self-confidence. And again, I don't want to start saying, look at me, look how much I've done, look how many people I've helped. Sometimes I think that's a bit gross when people keep going on about how much they've achieved. And if you're new to my channel, you don't really care about me telling you how much success I've had and how many people I've helped. What you really care about is, what can I give you today that you can take away that's going to help you to fix your confidence issues with women, people, life, so you can feel good about yourself. And that's what I'm going to do. And the real truth is, that's what we all want. When I go on someone's channel and I'm looking for something, sometimes I don't want to hear about. No, it's nice to hear it sometimes, but when people keep saying, this is what I've done, this is what I've done, this is how I'm successful, you just think, could you just shut up and give me something honest and genuine that can really help me out? And then later on, once you've helped me with something, then I'm interested to know your story and how many people you've helped. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off by telling you a true story about boxing, an analogy, which is a true story, right? And it doesn't matter if you're not into boxing. This will explain the practices, what you've got to do to fix your confidence issues with women. So when I was 20 years of age, I really wanted to start doing boxing, but probably like most of you, I had a lot of fears and insecurities, especially, social fears of meeting new people and, the normal human fears of embarrassing myself or making mistakes or being judged. So eventually I pushed myself to go down to the gym, and the actual thing that I needed to do was the sparring. That was the thing that was going to give me the self-confidence in the gym. It was going to teach me self-defense, and it was going to actually help me with my confidence with women and people, and just help me in life, help me to stop caring about what people think about me and to build some healthy self-esteem. But I avoided it for quite a while because I was scared of going in and doing the sparring in case I got knocked out, or in case everybody in the gym judged me and thought that I was weak, or if they laughed at the way I looked or the way that my body, my coordination, because my coordination wasn't great at that time because of so much nervousness and social fear and so forth. And I was obviously worried about getting hurt, and the whole thing overwhelmed me. So I avoided it for a while, and I was trying to build self-confidence in the gym by hitting the bag, doing the pad work, doing the skipping, the shadow boxing. And although that's really good for your fitness and it does give you some confidence, it was never going to give me the amount of real confidence that I needed, that most of you are coming to my video today because you want it. And it got to a point where I knew I had to go and do the sparring, and I realised that I had to face that fear. I had to face that feeling that so many people avoid in their life because they're scared of the way it feels and how it makes them feel. It's not a nice feeling. It's a feeling that your life is in danger. I'm not exaggerating. You feel, your whole survival instincts kick in when you go under those ropes and you see across the side of the ring there's a guy who wants to punch your face in. And there's a certain atmosphere that invokes when you face a fear. But once I put myself through that situation and I just accepted the consequences, which were I lost, I got outworked through inexperience and a lack of confidence and self-esteem. But after I came out of that experience, about a day later, I felt great about myself. Even though I lost and I didn't perform to the best of my ability, I still faced the fear, and that gave me some self-confidence. And then I continued going in. And although I was nervous each time I went in, the more I did it, the easier it became to handle the fear, and the more confidence I actually grew. And I later on started, obviously being able to hold my own in sparring and getting the better of some other people that I would face. And that's how I gained confidence in that medium. So it's not 20 ways to gain confidence and fix your self-esteem issues with women. It's only really one way. And that one way is to face the thing that you already know what you need to face. You don't really need me to tell you, but maybe you need to hear it again and hear some of my examples which I've done in my life. Anyway, so let's give you a few more tips. You have to set a goal. Like, my goal was to be able to overcome the fear of sparring. I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to stop making excuses, get in that ring and fight and spar, and to see what happened. And eventually I succeeded. I did it for weeks and weeks, and then eventually went to months and then years. So what is your goal right now? If your goal is to fix your confidence issues with women, write that goal down. You have to think about that goal at least on a daily basis, and then you have to start taking the steps. So let me explain to you why most people don't take the steps. Most people don't take the steps to gain their self-confidence because they overthink. They think, all that thinking, all that worrying, it's human, everyone has that. But to break through that, to break out of that pattern, that negative thought pattern, and to break out of that predicament where you're just stuck in your life, you've got to face your fears. And you've got to keep doing it, you've got to gain momentum. And the more momentum you gain, the more confidence you gain, and the more optimistic you feel, the more enthusiastic. And then see the care you have about other people, what they think about you, and if they, how they might judge you, and you're scared of people rejecting you or judging you. That starts to go away, because the more confidence you gain, the less you care about what other people think about you, and the more your life starts to improve. So that's another explanation, and that's how you do it. I guess the next question for a lot of you is, well, how do I motivate myself, Johnny? How do I motivate myself to get myself to actually confront these fears in my life, whatever they are? Whether it's talking to women, whether it's talking to people, whether it's all of it's facing your own emotions. It's facing those emotions. And obviously those emotions are your emotions. They're not my emotions. They're not his or her emotions or that group of people's emotions. They're your emotions. So the way that you build confidence and fix your issues of women is by facing your own emotions that you're avoiding in your life. For all the different endeavours, obviously through addiction, sometimes porn, sometimes just staying in your comfort zone. And when you start facing those emotions, you get stronger and stronger. So let's ask the question again, why do people shy away from it? Well, because it makes you suffer when you face those emotions to begin with. There is a process of mental and emotional suffering. It does hurt, it is painful. It was painful when I got into the boxing ring. It wasn't just painful getting punched, that did hurt as well. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. But my own emotions, to confront them, to feel them, to work through them, and go right through the emotions and not avoid them, is extremely unpleasant. It's an unpleasant feeling. That's the reality of it. It doesn't matter what these gurus and different people on YouTube say, and they claim that they can give you quick fixes and download their ebooks and this and that. It's all a load of baloney, most of it. I'm not saying that other people haven't got great teachings, because many people have. But where the baloney is, where they make out that you're not going to have to go through any pain and suffering, and they're just not being honest. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. They're not being honest with you. They don't want to tell you the truth or the full extent of it, because it's unpleasant for them to face their emotions and telling you the truth. But I don't care about that. I want to help people, and I want to give them the full explanation so they can change their life and they can gain self-confidence. It's my favourite topic. Conquering fear, building self-confidence, and being a better person. Treating other people how you want to be treated. So I'm not knocking everyone on YouTube. I'm not doing that. There's many people that are brilliant that have helped me in my life. But there's many people who are not honest, and they come up and try and give you a counterfeit. Like in the Italian films, they say it's a fugazi, it's a fake. Well, I'm not giving you a fake, I'm giving you the real thing. And the real thing comes down to not having to do 20, 30, 35 different steps or affirmations. It's one movement, and it's going into that fear and staying in it for as long as you need to stay in it in order to grow and gain that self-esteem that you want. So that's another really important explanation. Next thing, different side tangent. You know what holds most guys back from fixing their relationship issues with women, their confidence issues? The past. Of course the past holds you back. It's your own past, which is in your own mind, your own thoughts and memories. No one else. As guys, we're usually our own worst enemy, which is why we want to try and be a friend to ourselves. I know that sounds a little bit cheesy when I said that, but it's true. You've got to be a friend to yourself so you can be a better friend to others. And it's, a lot of people say, well, how do I get past the past? Because a lot of negative things happen to me, and I'm struggling to deal with it today. We all have that. No one's better than anyone, you know. No one hasn't have something in their past or things that have happened to them that hurt them. I've got it. I've had to learn to live with it. And I'm going to give you my explanation. And it might not be the explanation that everybody else will give you, but like I said, no one's forcing you. You take the bits from me that you want. Disregard the bits that you think that I'm saying that not right for you. I'm not going to take that personally. I want you to take, even if it's one little bit I gave you that helps you. And usually it's usually one thing that a person says to you that switches that light bulb on and makes you go, oh, that's right, that's what I've been looking for. And then you apply it, you get the result. So very important, guys. Don't just watch the video and hope that I can't fix you. I can't do that for you. But I can give you the information and the tools so you can go away, apply them and fix yourself. So how do we get past the past? Well, this is how I did it for me. I got past things that happened to me in the past that were holding me back by moving forward in the future. That's how you do it. And I've already said it earlier on, setting goals, taking action. If you don't take action today, your past is always going to hold you back today. So in the past, I had all that stuff, people laughing at me, people judging me, people saying I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm unintelligent, I'm unattractive, I'm this, I'm that. I got to a stage in my life as I'm not going to listen to them. I'm going to face my fears, you know, whatever your fears are. So this is all of how you improve your confidence. And I'll come to the more surface bits of women in a second, so just have some patience, stay on the video. Let me know if this is really helping you out. Hit the like. I'll come to some of the more trivial stuff that does work, right? I'll come to that in a second. But this is the more important stuff, right? Your own issues. So you just got to stop thinking about the past. The more you think about it, the more you keep talking about it and getting angry and upset, the more it's going to keep you there. So the more you move forward and take action, the more positive emotions you're going to start evoking, and you're going to start feeling better about yourself. When you feel good about yourself today, you don't care about things that have happened to you in the past. They're in the past. And as you move forward and you keep, you know, because this is a process, you stick with this, you'll start to be grateful for the challenges that you've been through, because you'll just say to yourself, common sense, well, if I didn't go through that in the past, I wouldn't have achieved what I've achieved now. I wouldn't be the person I am, and I wouldn't have gained these new experiences. So you've got to gain new experiences in order to fix your confidence issues of women, and you've got to do that by taking action. Most people don't take enough action, or they don't take any action at all. They read books, they watch videos, they download stuff, they meditate, they do affirmations in front of the mirror, you know, and those things can help you to a certain extent, but they're not enough. They're not more powerful than doing the real thing. So of course, guys, you've got to overcome your social anxiety, and you've got to actually speak to women. If you don't speak to them, they're not going to know that you exist. You know, you've got to go into social situations, you've got to be more social. And you've got to face that social anxiety, and you've got to face that fear of, you know, holding eye contact with a woman that you're interested in, practicing showing your personality. And I always say, you know, being respectful to women, treating women how you want to be treated, being yourself, not trying to be somebody else, not wearing not obviously a COVID mask, but not wearing a persona, facade, or trying to be someone that's not you. There's no point. You've got to learn to be yourself. You know, be comfortable with yourself and put your best foot forward, and the confidence will start to come. So it's basically really learning how to handle your own emotions, and it's learning how to motivate yourself. And the way that you motivate yourself is by, you know, figuring out a goal which gets you off your backside. Whatever that goal may be, it doesn't matter what I think or what he thinks or what they think or what she thinks. If the goal motivates you and it excites you and it's something that you can't stop thinking about, then that's the goal that you want to head towards. So you've got to face your fears. You build confidence through facing fears in the real world. Most of these fears involve talking to other people, meeting new people, going on dates or going on a date, you know, going down to a gym, training, taking up martial arts or MMA or boxing, or, you know, going to the gym. They're all physical things. The physical activities are what gain confidence. I never gain confidence by just sitting in my room and reading. If that worked, then I'd be telling all of you to do it. It doesn't work. You know, that's a different box. That box is obviously improving your intellect, and that does work. If you want to improve your intellect, read books, 100%. Watch films, watch tutorials, you know, journal, make notes. that's a good area of your life to develop in. But confidence and self-esteem for me is a separate matter, and that's my area of expertise where I've got tons of experience. So you can become an expert for yourself by taking action, and you got to get used to getting uncomfortable. Like making videos, getting in front of the camera. A lot of you, I know a lot of you won't do this, but you would like to do it, and it's not to copy me or someone else on YouTube. It's because you want to make a video, you've got something important to say, or you want to connect with a certain group of people or a certain community, or you might have an interest in boxing or leisure or sports or photography, but you won't do it. You won't do it because you care about what other people think. So you've got to put yourself in a predicament where other people are going to have an opinion about you, and some people are not going to have a good opinion about you, and some people are not going to tell you what you want to hear. But it's tough. You've got to learn to be thicker skinned and have a good opinion of yourself, and you can only really have that by setting goals, taking action, not dwelling on the past, and actually learning to accept that things happen. And it's just it's just the facts of life. We all would have an easier ride if we could, but life doesn't exactly go that way. But it may sound, when I say all these things, I hope it doesn't, but it may sound a bit negative or doom and gloom, but it's not. It's only because I'm telling you the hard truths of life, what you've got to go through in order to get to live in a happy life. And it's the best feeling in the world when you feel happy and you've achieved something and you've worked hard for it. So remember, like I've said, anyone claiming on YouTube that it's going to be really easy to gain confidence, I know they're lying already. Because I've got 37 years of life experience to tell me that those things they're porky pies, they're lies. They're just telling you these things because they're telling you what you want to hear. So I'm not going to tell you obviously what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what is the actual truth and what works. So for those of you that will value this and it makes sense and you know it in your own heart, you're going to appreciate what I'm saying. For people that don't appreciate it, it's no skin off my nose. I don't care what they think about what I'm saying, or whether they disagree or not. That's your opinion, and I know this works. Not only for myself, but for anybody who chooses to apply this information. So let me summarize it before we finish this video and make it easy. If you've got confidence issues with women, guys, and you've had it for a long time and you want to solve this and get a real relationship, or if you're not ready to settle down yet and get a wife or a girlfriend, but you just want to feel more comfortable and you want to feel confident with women in general, or with yourself, get an action plan, which is a piece of paper or in your phone or anywhere where you can take note, you can document, write down what your goals are, what it is that you want to achieve, and let me know in the box below what your goals are. They could be different. It could be to get a girlfriend, it could be to be able to go in front of a camera and make a video, it could be to join the gym, to make friends, or to fall in love. Whatever the goal is, write it down and set that goal. It doesn't matter how long it takes to achieve it. And the next step is start taking action. Let me explain something as well, which is going to give you guys a lot of relief and a lot of hope. You do not have to face all of your fears in one go. I never did that. So I didn't just go down to the gym, walk into the boxing gym and get straight in and do sparring. It didn't work like that. It took time, and the trainers didn't rush me. They knew I wasn't confident. I needed some guidance and help, and they needed to build me up. So it's going to take time. Some of you won't be ready to go on a date yet. That's fine. You won't be ready to jump into a relationship or start talking to groups of people or learning to hold eye contact with women. So you do the little bits that you can to begin with. You dip your toe in the water. You get a little bit outside of your comfort zone, and you build and you get some experience. And then when you've got some of that experience, you go a little bit further next time. So example, for a lot of guys who say, I can't start a conversation with a woman, it's too overwhelming. I get that. Well, you just practice saying, hello, how's your day? Or nice to meet you, or you give a woman a genuine compliment, be respectful, be a gentleman, you be decent. And then you'll say hello and you think, I just want to say hello, you look great, have a great day. And most women, if you're polite and you're confident and you're genuine, they'll say, oh, thank you, I appreciate that, yeah, have a good day as well. And you go away and think, oh, I feel a little bit better about myself. And then the next time, maybe if you're at a party or at work, or however you date, wherever social situation you're in, and you're in a situation where a woman wants to speak to you, or you meet for a friends, or you go up and you say hello to a woman in whatever social environment, and then you compliment her, she says thank you, and you ask her where she's from, and you know, you might find yourself staying in the conversation a little bit longer this time because you've gained some confidence. So it's a process, it's a gradual thing, but you've got to stick with it, and you can't give up when you have bad days or when things don't go well, because I went through that, everyone does. I went through a lot of rejection and a lot of women that weren't interested in me to begin with, and it did hurt my feelings at the time, and I did feel like quitting, but I pushed myself and I kept on believing in myself, and you know, working on having a positive attitude and not listening to the negative thoughts about myself from the past. And the more I did that, eventually I got a girlfriend. So it's perseverance. It takes time, guys. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes perseverance. It takes motivation. And of course, you've got to educate yourself. And you're doing that today by coming on my video and getting some advice from someone who is an expert on this matter, on this subject, which is how to conquer fear, learn how to control it, and gain confidence. You know, and it's all these things, and that's why I talk about different things. I know, and I want to make a point of saying this. Fixing your confidence issues of women. This is why I digress or I divert and talk about other things. It's many things for guys. It's not just straightforward as, oh, learning how to go up and strike a conversation with a woman and get a phone number and then start dating her. For a lot of guys, it's not just that. It's guys want to feel confident with people in general. They want to be able to do the things that they want to do in their life. So basically, if I can simplify this even more, it's, okay, how can I face all of the fears in my life which are holding me back and giving me those insecure feelings around women? How can I face those and conquer them and gain the confidence and the courage so I can take that into my life, and then I can project, you know, more confidence onto women and positivity and respect for women and myself, so I can obviously improve my results with women, improve my relationship skills. So it's learning to face those things. And that's what happened to me, which I'm hoping will happen for you, where I was frightened of everything pretty much. I was frightened of going down the boxing gym and training and meeting new people. I was scared to go in front of a camera and do a video. I was scared to go and give a public talk. I was scared to, you know, if a girl showed interest in me, I was scared to continue a conversation or to go on a date. When a girl would text me and say, yeah, I'd like to go on a date with you, when, you know, let's go out this week. Or if I asked her, I was nervous to do it. I was nervous, you know, going and meeting new people. I was scared to upload videos on YouTube. I was scared to go, you know, speak on the phone. I had all these insecurities and fears that all of you have got, most of you have. But as I faced each one and I kept doing it, it got easier and easier. And some of the fears, it didn't scare me anymore. Some of them still scared me, but my confidence and, you know, mental strength and emotional strength, I could handle it until eventually I got to where I wanted to get. So that's how you do it, and there's no particular order. You just do all the things I said. Goal setting, you take the small steps until you can take the bigger ones, you know, and obviously you learn. You don't quit when you fail, because every failure, I know it's cliche, guys, and sometimes I get sick of hearing it and saying it, and everyone says it becomes cheesy a bit, but your failures do become your feedback in life. You do grow from them if you don't quit. For everywhere where you make mistakes in life, or where you fail, or where people criticize you, or you fall short of the goals that you want to achieve, if you don't quit and then you take some time out after and you say to yourself, okay, I'm failing here in my life with women or with my goals or my own personal development, why am I failing? You know, where am I going wrong? How can I change it? How can I put it right? And when you ask those questions, you will find the solution. You go, oh yeah, I can see why. Maybe I can, you know, that other guy, he's doing things a little bit better than me, or that person, or I can learn from that woman. She's doing, you know, she's got a different approach to life than I am, or she thinks a bit differently and she's doing great. And I can take some of that. You learn from other people. That's what we're all here to do. And that's actually a good thing. Instead of putting people down and always being negative, to be more positive and learn from others and be grateful. So, of course, you've got to change things. Of course, if your approach isn't working, you have to change it. Sometimes it's small things. So to end it, obvious things: improve your fashion, you know, speak more, be more social with friends, family and women, get some goals, treat others how you want to be treated, and then things will work out. That's how you do it. If you enjoyed this video, I'll make another one and I'll add a few more things, but I gave you loads of information there. But if it sounds overwhelming, it's really just about confronting your fears, facing them until they go away, alright? Become fearless. I'll see you next one. Thank you.